Onto the movie of today, and bit of a shocker this one. I didn't realise that Kevin Hart had dramatic acting in his repertoire, which was a really good surprise. This is Netflix's new family comedy drama, Fatherhood. So this one caught me completely off guard. I came into this movie expecting it to be just another Kevin Hart comedy movie. You know, the ones where he's the little fiery short guy who hangs out with The Rock and they make a lot of jokes about how he's short and yada yada yada. It also didn't help, this movie was written and directed by Paul Weitz, who has a sneaky good comedic resume. He did the American Pie movies, he did Little Fockers, he did About a Boy, the Nick Hornby adaptation, which was really funny. So he's delved into the family drama hijinks comedies before. And because of that, I thought this was just going to be another sort of silly film, but it wasn't. This is a great family drama. It's sneaky good. There's a lot of emotion in it. It can get quite deep in parts, and it's really entertaining. The film focuses on Matt, a father who is thrust into the role of a single dad when his wife tragically dies a day after giving birth to their daughter Maddie. Juggling his grief, his job, and with mounting criticism from his late wife's mother Marion, Matt strives to defy the odds and raise Maddie on his own. Any preconceptions I had of this movie being just another lazy, stupid comedy were quelled very quickly. It opens on a very serious and somber and morose funeral scene. It sort of hits you in the gut straight away. It really is sort of a nuanced drama more than a stupid comedy. There's comedy elements throughout. It does have some funny parts, but at the heart of it, it's about Matt and his daughter Maddie growing up and learning from each other as they go. So the topic of exploring parenting isn't unique for movies at all. Like, even for Weitz, he's done it in Little Fockers to some extent and About a Boy. It's not really a groundbreaker in that respect, but they flip a lot of stereotypes on their head. Mainly the stereotype of a single mum is flipped on its head here with a single dad, with Matt having to ward off judgments and concerns from everybody in his life, his family, his friends, his co-workers, that he is unable to raise the child due to his gender. He's constantly asked where's his mother and is constantly being told by people that he doesn't have the emotional disposition of a woman and therefore he can't raise his child. And that's not saying this is one big testosterone-fueled victory lap with the writers saying we don't need women and men can do it all themselves. That's not it. They like to flip the gender stereotypes a lot throughout the film. For example, Maddie is constantly getting into trouble at her school because she wants to wear pants, which Matt is fine with, but the school isn't because she doesn't seem enough like a little girl. And that's what makes the movie so good. It uses parenting as a conduit to explore these really serious issues, with Matt having to explain to Maddie what's right, what's wrong, and they explore relationships, love, and loss. So I don't have any kids, so I can't really speak of the accuracy, but I feel like the film also does a really good job in portraying how hopeless it can feel raising another human being. I think that the movie's stance on parenting is best summarized by Mike, who's Matt's father-in-law, and I'll read that quote verbatim for you now. If there's one piece of advice I could give you about bringing up a kid, look, as a parent we do all this shit, right? Trying to make everything perfect, but we're not in control. You just have to accept that fact. So finally, we get to have the Kevin Hart conversation. He is phenomenal in this movie. It's really weird because I've seen a lot of his stand-up, I've seen a lot of his sort of stupid comedy. Well, no, not stupid, they're just a different comedy film. And I honestly didn't know he had this in him. He's fantastic in the role as an overwhelmed but loving father, and he makes you laugh. He made me tear up at some points. This is easily his best performance yet, and I'm hoping that he goes on to do more dramatic roles like this, because it was really fun to watch. Because he's such a charismatic and energetic person, he also does bring his comedic talents to this film. There are some funny bits throughout. It's not 2 hours of serious family drama. Alfre Woodard, who plays his mother, is fantastic, like as a sparring partner against Hart. And then Little Ray Howery, who you would recognize as the TSA guy from within Get Out, was also a great source of comic relief throughout the film. So what's the verdict? In fairness, I do think the film was wrapped up a little bit too quickly at the end, and there's probably one too many, oh no, the baby did a poo on me jokes. But I was really pleasantly surprised by this film. Sad but funny, witty but understated. If Hart keeps making movies like this, I'm all in on his future career. Highly recommend, and because of that, I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. All right, so let me know in the comments, have you seen this yet? It only came out a week ago. I've seen this got mostly positive reviews, which is good. I'm really happy that Hart's taking this sort of detour in his career. Would you like him to be doing more stuff like this, or do you think he'd be better off pigeonholing himself, so to speak? Let me know in the comments. If you've liked the video, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. The support means a lot. And with that being said, that's a wrap from me, guys. See you in the next one.